Hello everyone, in today's full flight video we're going to be flying back to Zurich from Krakow in the Embraer E190. Well, welcome back everyone to a brand new AviationJack video. I hope you're doing super well. Here we are back where we left off on the ground in Krakow. This time we are in the daytime and we're going to fly this aircraft back to Zurich. We are no, we're not Zurich. We're Swiss 3 Echo X-ray, I believe, and double check that. 8 Echo X-ray. We're not on Vatsim again, just because obviously we're still getting used to the Vnav of this aircraft and whatnot, trying to get used to the new updates. And obviously I don't feel fit to fly on Vatsim just yet with this aircraft, but I feel like we're getting there at a good pace. So let me show you all the flight plan for today on SimBrief Dispatch. We're going from Krakow, Zurich, Embraer E190, flight time 1 hour 36 minutes, cruising flight level 360 with a cost index of 15. Welcome on into the flight deck everyone. So as you can see, it's in a somewhat turnaround state where we left off. We're going to go to GSX and request boarding straight away. We'll also attach a pushback tug. No, crew already on board. I am going to open up the doors. Oh, hello. And how do I move that back? What did I just click? I was like, what the hell was it that I actually just clicked there? Go to the home page and the ground, and we're going to open up all the doors that are required from us. There we go. Cool. Okay, now we're going to do everything we need to do here quickly. Heading down to the FMS then. Now, unfortunately, for some reason, I can't get flight plan requests to work, which is really strange. We're going to pop in the destination and see what happens, though. So we're obviously going to Lima Sierra Zulu Hotel. Yeah, so I haven't got a flight plan request or flight plan report, which is interesting. Right everyone, boarding has completed, so we're going to start setting up the rest of our bits and bobs. First of all, we need to grab our QNH here in Krakow. So QNH is currently 1014. So set this to hectopascals, and we're going to set 1014, which it was already set on, which is brilliant. This can be stuck at FMS speed, and then altitude selector, we're going to select altitude all the way up to our cruise 360. There we go, for 360, and then for our heading, we're going to select the heading runway, which is 070. There we go, 070 is set. As you can see, our departure out of Krakow today is going to be straight ahead of us, then a right hand turn and flying back on ourselves over to Zurich. And we'll see how well this one goes instead. Hopefully it goes pretty well. I've got a good feeling about today's flight. Right, APU is on, so we're now going to switch on the, actually no, we're not, we're going to prepare for pushback and departure. No, not right now. And then GPU can go, so if we head over here, we'll go to the ground part and dismiss all the doors, as in shut them up. GPU can go. Safety pins, cones and wheel chocks as well. There we go, all the doors have now shut. And we are good, ready to rock and roll. So pushback tug is connecting up to the aircraft. We're now going to switch on our beacon, that's called a red beacon. There we go, red beacon is on. And there we have it. So now it's got to wait for GSX to push us back. Switch on the weather radar as well, because why not? So I just realised I didn't actually need to do any kind of pushback and departure, because obviously we can just taxi straight out, but here we are. Not sure why my camera's going up. Okay, right, let's release parking brakes anyway. Parking brakes released.
Your device condition. Please stand
That's fine, we'll ignore that. And we're going to start the engines then. So let's start up engine 1 first. Start and run. Hopefully it starts up. Yeah, that looks good to me. I thought the GSX pushback tug is kind of playing around with our camera a little bit. Is that Donald Trump pushing us back? Looks a bit like him from the side. Cool, that cabin chat is quite loud, isn't it? Cool. Engine 2 starting up nicely as well. I have to admit, I do love the little engines on this thing. They're small but powerful. They're really cool looking engines. Right, GSX is removing itself, which is good. Off goes GSX, so we're pretty much ready to go once that engine starts up. Someone said in the comments that once the engines have started, then you do the hydraulic. Where's it gone? 3A, this one here, you switch it on after the engines have started, so it's beeping at me now, so I think we'll do it now. Hopefully it fixes itself. There we go. Cool. Right, 1 and 2 started up successfully. APU off. This is all good now looking here. We're going to switch on the taxi lights, nose and side. And now we're going to set the flaps. So it's a flaps 1 departure. Trim is also set to 1.4, which is what it says. Oh, that's 1.4 down. Hang on, we want 1.4 up. That would not have been good. There we go. 1.4 up on the trim is set. Rotation speed is 126. On the FMS speed selector. Oh, I can't select anything because it's in FMS mode, which is fine. Okay, fair enough. Right, we're good to taxi then. We're going to do a quick flight control check. Full left. Full right. Full up. And full down. And we'll go to the system page here. Full rudder left. Hang on a minute. Flight controls. Forward left and full rudder right. So you can see all moves on here nicely. Back onto the map then, and let's get taxiing. Right everyone, nearly at the runway now, so all of our landing lights can come on like so, and also the, not that one, where's the strobe light up here? Strobe lights on and everything else is on. Cool, right, we're ready to go and go into the runway now. So what I've done is I've armed nav, as you can see here it says LNAV, and I've also armed the auto throttle, and then once we are throttling up and applying power, we'll arm the toga button here. I think once I do about 50%, and then it should put us into toga mode. We'll see what happens. Bye bye Krakow. Okay, so let's set about 50%. Stable. Toga button. No, that didn't do it. Hang on. No? Okay, didn't do it. It used to do it. Oh, there we go. Now auto throttle's armed. Maybe it'll do it now. Checked.
V1, rotate.
Positive climb, gear up. There we go, here we are, climbing away. We're going to put on the autopilot straight away now. So autopilot on, Vnav. So we have nav, auto throttle and Vnav selected. So the aircraft should deal with itself. Flaps up. You can hear the flaps coming up. There we go. What a beautiful departure. Got to admit, the arrival into Krakow was really, really stunning. The departure is also really nice here as well. So the city is so close to the airport, which is brilliant. One of the places that I should visit soon, actually. The wing flex is nice on this aircraft. Oh, is that flight deck door still open? Oh my god. Passengers had a nice view of takeoff there. Alright, so we're now approaching 6,000 feet. We're going to set standard on the pressure. There we go. That's set. And we're going to set this to the flight plan page. Now if we go to the program page and next, Vnav data, top of climb should be in about 14 minutes according to the progress bar, and we can increase our range a little bit, and as you can see here we're doing our departure very nice, and it seems to be tracking the LNAV a bit better on this flight. The last flight it seemed to have a problem with the LNAV in terms of following the line smoothly. It seems to always overshoot, but no, it seems to be doing quite well here. I'm actually saying that. No, it did overshoot it. So there is a bit of an inaccuracy with the LNAV. I didn't find that on previous versions, but there does seem to be a bit of inaccuracy now. Let's test out the direct feature then, and we'll go direct to AXROF. So we'll pop that in there, activate, and then there we go. We have a left-hand turn. We'll see how well it can follow it. Okay, we'll also switch off our landing lights now as well, and our taxi lights. I mean, not bad. This is just a bit... Oh, that's weird. See, there's a bit of a bug there as well, which you just saw happen. See, it's creating a little bit of a circle path, which is interesting. Very interesting. Yeah, so here's another little bug that I found then with the LNAV. So there's definitely a few things going on with the LNAV itself. We'll try it in a different direct and see if that helps itself out. But guys, I'm going to leave it there. Enjoy the rest of the video, and I'll catch you all closer to Zurich. See you in a bit. Welcome back to the flight deck, everyone. So we're not too far away from Zurich. Lovely and snowy here today, as you can see. Really lovely approach. Once again, LNAV on the aircraft is still trying its hardest, bless it, but you know, it is what it is. Now we're currently doing 210. Well, we want to get to 210 knots. We're currently doing 217 knots at the moment. So in terms of speed, I think we're going to reduce it a little bit more. I'm going to arm approach mode now. You can see approach 1 has now been activated. We're currently just going down to 7,000 feet to capture the ILS at 4,000. And we have actually set to 4,000 for that reason. Landing lights are all on, the taxi ones are on as well, and we have the no smoking and fast and seatbelt signs all switched to on. Speed is slowly increasing a little bit, and we are now on our final stretch. So we've got it on FMS speed. What I might do, activate approach speeds with a question mark. That's cool. So perf in it. How would you go about doing that one then? Perf, landing, approach speed. Oh, there we go. Activate approach speed. That's cool. Oh, it hasn't changed anything though. Localizer and glide slope have both been activated. They're both in the green, so that should mean it's captured it, I'm pretty sure. Right, what was our final landing speed then? Landing speed was 134. And we are currently 13 miles out, so not too bad. Let's just get this manual speed down. We'll reduce it to 180 knots. Auto brake set to low. I think that should be enough for this landing, because we'll try and vacate towards the end of the runway anyway. I'm actually saying that. I think I'd like to vacate Hotel 1. That should be enough with auto brake low. Okay, let's set flaps 1. Help us out on the... or slats 1. Help us out with the speed a little bit. Now we'll set final approach speed of 134.
2,500.
There we go, speed's coming down much better now. Eight miles out. Let's go flaps 2. Flaps 3. Gear down. There we are, gears down and locked. Beautiful. Flaps 4. Flaps 5. And flaps 4. There we go, flaps are out, we're all good to land. Again, get the flight recorder open so we can replay the landing, because I forgot on the last video, so we'll get that recorded. There we go. Oh. Disconnect the autopilot. Autopilot disconnected and auto throttle also off. And we are looking for about 134. -4 degrees right now, bruh. 2 whites, 2 reds, looking good. The aircraft for some reason is banking to the right. Not quite sure why.
200. Minimums.
Continue.
Flight slowly. 40. 30. 20.
Thrust idle.
10.
Touchdown. Reverses. Reverses green. Okay, manual braking. And reverses stowed. We're going to vacate here to the right. Perfect, exactly where I wanted to come off. Brilliant. And then APU. Hang on, just get off the runway. Flaps up. APU start. And we're going to go back to the stand that we came in on. So I'm pretty sure, also that we departed from. So Papa, one of the Papa stands. Select from map. One of these ones here. Let's do this one. And then we've got to swing it round to the right onto the hotel. I think it was a bit of a tough touchdown. We'll go double check the landing rate now. Landing rate was minus 218. It's not too bad, it's just firm. I think we flared a bit too early on the initial flare, so we floated it a little bit. At least we've got the flight recorder, so we'll replay that landing. And there's our marshaller. Here we go, Papa 3-2. I will switch off the lights. There we are. And swing it. Start, parking brake set, and then engine 1 and engine 2, stop, stop. Both are in cut-off position, beacon light off, and then GSX request deboarding, and there we have it everybody. Welcome back to Zurich. We've completed our rotation in the Helvetic Embraer E190, and I have to say it was a very nice rotation. The aircraft obviously... The aircraft obviously isn't perfect, obviously it still is experimental version. I found a few more bugs during that flight as well, like texture wise and paint wise on the engines. There were some floating textures, and obviously, you know, it's still not version 1 of the aircraft, it's still in early access. However, I'd say it's in a much more flyable state than it previously was, so I'll definitely be using this aircraft more than I have been recently. Thank you all for watching. I will catch you all in the next video. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll catch you all very shortly. Bye bye.